Before starting the video, we want to inform one thing. This video is made for only educational purpose. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. We Group 11 and I, Mohammad Faiz Khan, with my teammates Subharaj Tiwari, Somyava Ghosh, Adarsh Singh, and Yogesh Kumar, will going to present British Chain Supply Chain Analysis. We have done a comprehensive examination of British Paint's supply chain operation, strategic decisions, and future roadmap with the Indian paint industry. Moving ahead with the introduction. Before I begin, on behalf of my group, I would like to extend a sincere gratitude to our supply chain management professor, Dr. Keshav Kumar, for giving us this valuable assignment, which allowed us to gain practical insights into real world supply chain practices. We are also deeply thankful to the Vice President of British Paint for personally meeting us, explaining the process in detail, and arranging a plant visit to Secunderabad factory. Their guidance truly enriched our learning experience about the British Paint. Now, now moving ahead, British Paint is a trusted and established paint brand in India, founded in 1947 with more than 7 decades of experience. The company has built a strong presence in both decorative and industrial paint segments. Its product portfolio include interior and exterior emulsions, enamel, wood finishes, waterproofing solution, textures, and protective coating. Known for its quality at affordable prices, British Paint caters to a wide consumer base ranging from household to large-scale projects. Now moving ahead with the strategic position, British Paints operates as a strategic business unit of Berger Paint India Ltd, the country's second largest paint manufacturer. Within Berger portfolio, it is positioned in the value and semi premium paint segment, offering customer durable products at competitive prices. With its nationwide reach, British Paints help Berger penetrate deeper into urban, semi-urban, and rural markets. This strategic position ensures competitiveness against industry giants while maintaining a strong identity in the mid-market segment. Now, talking about the revenue performance, in terms of financial strength, British Paint has shown steady growth. For financial year 2024 to 25, company achieved revenue of approximately 800 crores, contributing nearly 7% of Berger Paint's total turnover. This clearly demonstrates its importance within the Berger Group and highlights how its value-driven strategy translate into a strong financial performance. The Secunderabad unit, in a particular, plays a vital role, and it's also called a mother plant in fulfilling the northern market's demand. Now, talking about the supply chain of raw materials, the supply starts with procurement of pigments, resins, solvents, additives, and packaging materials. These materials are sourced from both domestic and international vendors. Suppliers are selected based on quality, reliability, as well as the most important thing is lead times. At a factory, raw materials undergo strict inspection and are stored safely. With effective inventory management system, the company maintains the right balance between efficiency and uninterrupted production. Now moving ahead with the manufacturing process, at the plant, raw material are processed through mixing, grinding, blending, and multiple checks. The company adopts lean manufacturing practices, reducing waste while aligning production with market forecasts, ensuring efficiency and consistency in output. Moving ahead with the distribution network, and finished goods of British Paints maintain one of the most extensive networks in the industry. Finished goods are distributed through a hub and spoke model, starting from the factory to depot, and then to the distributor, and finally reaching the retailers. The company has over 20,000 distributors across 51 branches nationwide, ensuring comprehensive market coverage. The distribution is largely road transport driven, supported by digital tracking system for stock, orders, and dispatches, ensuring timely deliveries and wide market penetration. Key and insight from a visit include a few important learning that stood out. Integrated supply chain linking procurement, production, and distribution. Strong emphasis on quality checks at every stage. Use of demand-driven planning to reduce excess inventory. A robust distribution network ensuring British Paint's presence across the country. Now Sobha Raj will explain the next. Thank you.
So here on this slide, we look at British Paint Sikandrabad plant, which is one of their most important facilities. The plant has a resin production capacity of about 1,280 metric tons, making it a key contributor to cost efficiency and self-reliance, which makes it stand out. Which makes it stand out is that 25% of the plant's energy needs are met through solar power, reflecting a strong sustainable commitment. In terms of performance, the plant delivers 118 per liter per man hour productivity along with 94% right first time yield rate, which indicates world class quality standards. Additionally, the entire operation is integrated with ERP workflows, ensuring smooth coordination across processes. Strict safety protocols and housekeeping standards also help the facility maintain a best-in-class manufacturing environment. So overall, Sikandrabad is not just a production hub; it's a showcase of British Paint's efficiency, sustainability, and quality focus. Next, moving on the strategic inventory and procurement approach. First, British Paint uses a dual classification method (ABC analysis) to prioritize high-value raw materials like titanium dioxide and FSN classification to ensure fast-moving finished goods are dispatched first. This optimizes stock management. Second, the company maintains a 2-month buffer stock. This policy was adopted post-COVID to handle demand fluctuation and supply disruption more effectively, especially during seasonal peaks like Diwali or any other festivals. Third, procurement decisions are based on balanced evaluation system. 40% weight on price, 30% quality, and 30% delivery reliability. This ensures the supplier choices are both cost effective and dependable. Finally, British Paints follows a fully outsourced logistics model. After COVID-19, they also diversified their logistics partners, reducing dependency and increasing resilience. In short, the structured approach gives the company reliability and flexibility. Also means higher working capital requirement and logistic costs.
So now I'm going to talk about the 6 supply chain drivers framework. The first framework is facility. As we all know, facilities are the backbone of British Paint's supply chain. The company operates 4 manufacturing plants. One is Secunderabad, which is in Uttar Pradesh. Second one is Hindpur in Andhra Pradesh. Third one is Nalbari in Assam, and Samba, which is the most recent one in Jammu and Kashmir. This praise is not technical. Each plant serves a particular region. Secunderabad plants the all over the north region. Hindpur caters to the south market. Nalbari gives access to eastern states, and Samba strengthens presence in the northern borders. By placing production close to consumption hubs, the company reduces outbound logistics cost and improves responsiveness. To support these plans, British Paints a central raw material warehouse stated in Mumbai, which is known as Akriti warehouse. This warehouse acts as the consolidation hub for both domestic and imported inputs such as titanium dioxide and specialty resins. From here, materials are inspected, quality checked, and redistributed to the plants. Centralization ensures efficiency in procurement but also creates risk, particularly for plants located further away like Nalbari in Assam, which faces longer inbound lead time. Now, on the outbound side, the company relies on 4 regional finished goods warehouses. These warehouses have buffer inventory between the plant and distributors. allow rapid replacement during peak demand. For example, the Nagpur depot covers the central and western belt, while other warehouses serve north, south, and east region. Finally, comes to the British Pen distribution network. As the interview taken, the production distribution manager said us that they have more than 20,000 distributors and 51 branches across India. This wide reach ensures that the company penetrates tier 2 and tier 3 market, which are its focus segment. This network is a strategic strength. It allows British Paints to compete with larger rivals like Asian Paints and Nerolac. Next, come to the second framework. It's inventory. Inventory is mainly managed by two main frameworks, two main classifications. One is ABC classification, which mainly focuses on A class items like titanium dioxide and premium pigments. For finished goods, they uses FSN classification, ensures fast moving products get priority in distribution while slow are gradually phased out. Inventory follows the FIFO method, which is crucial because paints have limited shelf life. They have also a buffer stock of 2 months. For Diwalis, they have also have a higher demand, so they increase the amount of buffer stocks also. While this strategy builds resilience, it also ties up more working capital and increases carrying cost. The company has started using ERP and WMS system to improve visibility and reduce risk over overstocking. Third point is transportation. British Paints outsource 100% of its transportation to 3PL partners, mean third-party logistics partners. Inbound raw materials is moved from suppliers to Mumbai depot and then to plant. Outbound finished goods are shipped from plants to regional warehouses and then to dealers. The mode of transportation is predominantly road-based, using both full truckload and partial truckload depends on shipment sizes. Most contracts are on a spot or trip basis, which provides flexibility but exposes the company to fringe price volatility, service delays, and fuel cost hikes. To address this, the company is gradually exploring long-term contracts with service level agreements and even the use of rail transport for bulk raw materials. Fourth point, information. Information system connect all parts of supply chain. British Paint uses Oracle ERP to integrate procurement, finance, and inventory function, providing transparency and control. In recent years, the company has piloted warehouse management system which use barcode scanning and automated stock allocation to reduce errors and improve efficiency. However, forecasting is still based largely on historic sales and planner judgment. Dealer and branch data are partially integrated, but real-time demand sensing, such as using point of sales data, is not yet adapted. This means there is still room for improvement for forecasting accuracy and demand planning. Fifth one is sourcing. The company sources both domestically and internationally. Critical raw materials like titanium dioxide and high-grade resins are often imported, while other inputs comes from local vendors. Supplier selection is based on a weighted score of 40% pricing, 30% price, and 30% delivery time. Additional factors that must consider by the company are certification and technical expertise of the vendor. Post-COVID, British Paint diversified its suppliers base to reduce import dependency and strengthening resilience. While this improves security of supply, most contracts are still short-term purchase order, while exposes the company to price fluctuation in raw material market. Pricing. Pricing strategy connects supply chain to customer value. British Paints follows a zonal pricing system that adjusts pricing by geography to account for French costs. It also offers dealer incentive discounts and seasonal schemes to maintain competitiveness and ensures dealers' loyalty. However, since the company operates in value and semi-premium segment, it faces significant price pressure. Input cost increases, especially in crude-linked resins, cannot always be fully passed on the customers. Pricing decision therefore reactive benchmark against competitors like Asian Paints, Nerolac, Indigo. In summary, we can say British Paints have developed a resilient supply chain with wide distribution structure, inventory policies, and strong diversification. However, efficiency gap remains in areas like transporting, contacting, inventory optimization, and demand forecasting. Addressing this will help the company shift from resilience to cost efficiency and agility. Thank you. Now my teammates will continue further.
This slide highlights the strategic journey of the company over the last 3 years. In financial year 2022 to 2023, the focus was building resilience. The company strengthened its supply chain through buffer stock, supplier diversification, and ERP consolidation. This had built a strong foundation for stability. Moving to financial year 2023 to 2024, the goal shifted toward driving efficiency. Here, optional optimization was the key, with WMS pilot program, depot rationalization, and vendor scorecard being introduced to streamline performance. Finally, in financial year 2024 to 2025, the company is focusing on growth and sustainability. This include a full rollout of WMS, expanding the dealer network, investing in solar energy to ensure long-term sustainable operation. Now, let's look at the financial performance of British Paint in financial year 2024 to 2025. The company achieved over 8,000 crore in revenue. To put this into perspective, this is a strong growth trajectory for a mid-sized paint company in India, positioning British Paint as a serious challenger to larger players. And if we talk about logistic cost, logistic expense comes down to 20% of sales, that is around 160 crore from 22% earlier. This is 2% reduction translate into nearly 16 crore instead of savings, which directly improve profitability. And if we talk about the inventory turnover, the turnover improved to 6 times a year, meaning the company sells and replaces inventory roughly over average 61 days. This shows strong working capital management compared to previous year, enabling faster response to market demand. And currently the cash to cash cycle is at 71 days, whereas Asian Paint and industry benchmark is at 55 days. While British Paint is making progress, reducing this gap could free up significantly cash flow, helping reinvest in growth. Uh, if looking overall impact, this number highlights that the British Paint is not only growing in the revenue but also becoming more efficient in cost control and operation. This challenge is now is to optimize the cash cycle and further to match the industry.
So, COVID impact and resilience. When we look at the impact of COVID-19 on British paints, it was a period of disruption. Import delays created shortage of critical raw material like titanium dioxide and solvents. Plants faced mandatory shutdowns during lockdowns and demand collapsed, especially in first quarter of financial year 2021. To counter these shocks, British Paints took several resilience measures. The most significant was formalizing a 2-month buffer stock across raw material and finished goods. This gave them a safety against unpredictable supply and demand swings. Second, supplier diversification became a priority. Instead of depending on few import partners, the company broadened its supplier base and encouraged localization of imports to cut dependency on foreign vendors. Third, they accelerated digital transformation. The ERP systems was consolidated and WMS pilots were rolled out to improve visibility and traceability across warehouses and plants. This allowed managers to react faster to disruptions. Finally, sustainability was embedded into resilience by integrating 25% solar powers at Sikandrabad plant using flexible 3PL contracts of the company not only reduced environmental impact but also ensured operational continuity. In short, while COVID was disruptive, it also pushed British Paint to institutionalize resilience practices that are still shaping its supply chain today. Recommendations and roadmap. As we conclude, we purpose a three-phase roadmap to help British Paints evolve from being resilient to being highly efficient and sustainable. In the short term, within 6 to 12 months, the company should move away from only support contracts with logistic providers and instead formalize SLA-based agreements with clear KPIs like on-time delivery and damage control. It should also adopt scientific safety stock models instead of a flat 2-month buffer. For critical items, pilot vendors managed inventory with key dealers and suppliers can reduce working capital pressure. In the midterm, over the next 1 to 3 years, British Paint should uh, should complete its WMS rollout across all warehouses and integrate them with branch and dealer systems. Advanced forecasting tools such as AI and machine learning models can improve demand predictions, especially for seasonal SKUs. Strategic long-term supplier contracts should be negotiated to protect against price volatility, and rail transport should be explored for bulk raw material flows to cut logistic costs. In the long term, over 3 to 5 years, the company should re-optimize its entire network using facility location models, possibly adding mini depots in high growth corridors. Establishing a central supply chain control tower would provide real-time visibility over suppliers, transports, and inventory. Finally, embracing green logistics such as EV-based last mile deliveries, carbon tracking, and circular economy initiatives like recycling solvents or reclaimed raw materials will strengthen both cost efficiency and brand reputation. The structure roadmap ensures that British Paint does not just remain resilient but also become cost competitive, agile, and environmentally sustainable in the face of growing competition from leaders like Asian Paint and Narrowlag. Thank you, sir. That's it from our side.